Hey monkeys, how you doing? Damian Keys here. I made it down to Swansea, so I thought I'd give you an update because I made it here, spending some time with the fam. My mum's had her operation, she's okay. Lots of people asking about my mum, which I thought was just so sweet. So thank you very much for everyone who was asking about my mum. She's fine. I told her, she was very excited that lots of people were asking about her, and she said for me to tell you she's a tough cookie, is what she said. So thank you very much. But I thought I'd give you an update because I'm down in Swansea. I'm actually sat on the beach. Even though it doesn't look like it, it's a bit windy, so I've come here for a bit of a wind break. But I'm actually sat on the beach just opposite where I grew up, and I love it down here. I used to come down all the time. Interestingly enough, I did an interview about a month ago, and the guy asked for my X Factor story, as he put it, where he just said, you know, have you got that kind of rags to riches story? And did you grow up with like 16 of you in a bed sit? And I was like, nope. And he was like, oh. He's like, did you come from a privileged background? And I was like, no, just normal kid, same as everyone else, living in a suburban place, normal childhood. Nice friends, nice family, nothing out of the ordinary, and yeah, I love it here. It's great. But let me show you around. So basically, this bit over here, this bit's Mumbles. So this is the view, pretty much from where my parents live. This bit here is Mumbles. That's kind of like the kind of slightly posher area, and then this bit over the other side, all this over here, this is sort of Swansea town. And then it kind of goes out then towards outside of Swansea, but where I am is more in the middle. And this beach, my parents overlook this beach, which is lovely. So every morning you can kind of wake up and overlook the beach. It's beautiful. Anyway, an update. That's not why I brought you. I brought you here because I've got some out I want to share, and I've got some value I think I can add to you. So I've come down here doing some work, and it's really nice and peaceful. I spend a lot of time thinking because I think that's really important. I actually block out time where I don't do anything at all except think. I write down ideas, I empty my brain, as I put it, and it really, really helps me. But then I was answering some messages, and I had a really, really lovely message from a guy who just said, I'm really struggling. I feel like I've been doing this for a long time. I just can't get my music out there. And I just thought, that's the biggest question, isn't it? How do you answer the biggest question? How do I get my music out there? So I wanted to answer that question. I feel like I can do it. So, squashed. I think the first thing I would say about that is it's vague. When you say I want to sell music, I want to get my music out there, there's not targets. It's just a vague thing. I want to get my music out there. How do you do that? Well, what are the targets you're measuring against? It's very difficult to do. So what I would do is I would say, in fact, this is what I would do, okay? If you want to sell music and you're struggling or you don't know where to start, this is where you start. You start by making one song, recording that song, however you want to write it, however you want to record it, it's up to you. But get one song finished. And then your target, which I am giving you today, is to sell 20 copies of that song. Now, what format you sell it on, I couldn't give a shit. I don't care whether you put it on CD. I don't care whether you put it on iTunes. I don't care whether you stick it in an email and send it to people when they give you the money, but your job is to sell 20 copies of that song. I suggest you charge £1 for your song, and you need to sell 20. So your object is you're going to make 20 quid from your song. And then give yourself a bit of a time frame, but you kind of want to do it as quick as possible. Then what you're going to do is you're going to start planning the second one. The second song is going to be track number 2, and you're going to say to everyone, thank you so much. I hit my target of 20 sales. My next target is going to be 40 sales. I'm going to start writing the song. I'm going to record the song, take you with me on the journey, and then I'm going to sell that song. And I want everyone to be a part of it again. Thank you so much. And I want to sell 40 songs. And you're going to do it. You're going to set your second target as 40 songs. Now, you can see where this is going, 40 songs, 80 songs, 100 songs, whatever you want it to be. But you're starting with something tangible. If I say to you guys right now, can you sell 20 songs? Every single person watching this is capable of selling 20 songs at £1 each with friends and family and audience and all that kind of stuff. So you're going to start with 20 songs, build up to 40 and build up to 80, whatever you want to do. But if you've ever played that game where you take 1 penny and you double it every single day for a month, so you start off with 2 penny, because you start off doubling your penny on day 1. So you go from 1 penny to 2 penny on day 1. If you do that every day for a month, 31 days, how much do you end up with? Because it goes 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, my maths is pretty good, and it keeps going. You think, oh, okay, well 64p by sort of day 5, all right, I could end up with a good few quid. When you actually do that for a month, 31 days, you end up with millions of pounds, millions, because the progression is really slow, and then by the middle it's starting to take off, and then the last 3 days you just go, you know, like 1 million, 2 million, 4 million, 8 million. So it's like, it just grows very fast. I want you to think tangibly. I want you to get 20 songs sold, then 40 songs, then 80 songs, because that is a realistic thing for you to do. Because once you've sold 20 songs, you have a story. You are saying to people, I did it. I sold my 20 songs. And for you, it might not be a big deal, but for me, it's a really, really big deal. And now I'm really excited about my second target, which is going to be triggered by the first one. And that second target is I really want to double it and see if I can sell 40 songs. And everyone will go, I want you to do that. I'm with you on your journey. I'm with you on your story. And then the people who bought the 20 songs, most of them will buy the second single or second song, whatever you want to call it. And you're going to start getting the name around and spreading the word and talking to other people. It's going to give you more time, and you're more likely then to build up to your 30 or your 40 songs. It's tangible. And then when I hear things like, I just want to sing, or I just want to sell records, I'm just like, it's like going to the gym and there's no, I just want to get fit. There's no routine. There's no target. There's no goal. That then it makes it very, very difficult, and you're putting so much pressure on yourself because there's this endless goal. I want to sell music. Well, that makes it sound like you want to sell the music to everyone in the entire world, and you want to be Bruno Mars, and you haven't started small. So I want you to think in tangible targets. I think if you can do that, then all the complexities are gone. Everything complex that we talk about is out the window, because it comes down to just very simply, how can you make something and become your own little shopkeeper and sell it to 20 people, which I know you can do. And then how you can do that with 40. And then you start thinking, okay, well maybe if I've done 20, if I'm going to do 40, and that was a struggle towards the end, then I'm going to need a bit more advertising, or I'm going to need to go and do some gigs, or I'm going to need to do something else. Everything is just, what can I do next in order to get to my second target? Don't go and set yourself a target of selling 1,000, because that's really, unless you know you can do that, that's ridiculous. Start off with 20 and then build it from there. If you're in a band and you'll be going for a year and you've already put out some stuff and you know how many you can sell, then pick your next target wisely. Just think of it as selling 100 or 300 or 500. Make it so that you can do it, because when you hit a target, you're just high-fiving. There's no pressure. You're loving life at that moment. When you fail, when you set your target too high and then you fail, it's off-putting, and then you have a wobble, and then you're not sure if you can do it again, and then that's when you start doubting yourself, and you're doubting whether you can actually make the next target, or should you make the next target. So don't do that. Just set yourself tangible targets, and then figure out how to get to the next one and the next one and the next one. And this is a 50-year career if you start when you're 20. So if you're 20 years old and you've just sold a song 20 times, if you do that, and in 2 months' time you sell 40, and in 2 months' time you do 80, and in 2 months' time, you have got time, my friend. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to think of tangible targets, and stop, when you message me, stop saying things like, I just want to get my music out there. Because if you send me your track, I will play it. Therefore, your music is out there. Therefore, you have already achieved your dream. So what's next? So it's got to be something a little bit more detailed. And I think if you want to sell music, because you can still sell music, it's just selling, you sell anything. I sell stones off the beach if I want to. It's how you're going to do that. And I think you start off with a tangible target. That's what I want you to do. As usual, smash the subscribe, hit the like, send me comments, come and say hello, chat with me on YouTube, chat with me on Facebook. The comments is the best way of getting in touch on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, because my Facebook now is just so inundated. I'm going to need to put an auto responder on, just saying I'm really sorry I can't get to everybody. So, but YouTube is really good. Facebook, come and say hi. And I'm going to go and do some more work. If you need me, give me a shout. But thanks very much for being on this journey with me, because I'm learning so much at the moment, and I'm learning from you guys. I'm learning from, not just from you telling me stuff, but just from the stuff that you're watching, the comments and the engagement stuff. It's really helping me a lot. It really is. And as my journey progresses, I need this knowledge. I need to learn, and that's what I'm all about. I love learning. So just a big thanks, and thanks from my mum. So Cool, right, I'm going to go. So I'll see you again soon. Cheers.